want to broaden the purview of our discussion, or my monologues, or lectures, or whatever you'd like to call them, for a second, to talk about the future of games, and then the future of simulation, which is almost the same thing, and then all that that entails, which is by all means far beyond video gaming, as I've discussed so far. You see, a simulation, let me see, I've brought up Google search here. The act of imitating the behavior of some situation or some process by means of something suitably analogous, especially for the purposes of study or personal training. Now, in the case of video games, the purpose is more like fun, but there have been training, exercise video games, flight simulators used for actual pilots. My point being, let's stop thinking about video games and start thinking about simulation. Let's expand out into that and all that it can entail, and the future of simulation. We have simulated plane flying, obviously shooting, car racing, there's games about scuba diving. These simulations are getting more and more intricate and involved all the dang time. And what's the next big step? Well, I want you to look around. Look around you, here in town, or out in your town, whoever you may be watching this. And I want you to think, what haven't we simulated yet? A car drives by, we've simulated driving games. Maybe if you live in a mountainous region like me, you're going to think, well, I mean, like, I've been on something analogous to a hike in games. There are games where characters are rock climbing. I'm looking at you, Assassin's Creed. But you're surrounded by something way more important that we have yet to like reasonably imitate, and that's me. Not me specifically, but people. And that's the next big step in simulation. That's the future of simulation. Our video games are trying to do it already. More and more advanced AI. You know, and I mean, obviously that's not headed towards something like me. That's something that just understands the cover-based shooting of a cover-based shooter better and better, incrementally over time. But I feel that at the moment, thinking computers are obviously in development, and they're going to find a home in the gaming realm. And so pretty soon, advanced AI is no longer going to mean it's going to know not to hang out behind the explosive barrel for more than a second if it doesn't have to. And it's going to mean it's going to learn and recognize tactics like you would. Soon, online gaming and playing against somebody else and then playing against the computer of the game are going to be almost indiscernible. I think that the computers are going to be able to make informed decisions. Mistakes. I mean, come on. Can you imagine the day that a computer makes a human mistake? Well, it's coming. That moment in the future is referred to as the singularity. Singularity in space, in terms of a black hole, refers to the point we cannot see beyond, and it is also an apt descriptor in AI, artificial intelligence, because it is the point, our singularity of the future, is the point in our future beyond which we cannot see, because it's the point at which computers become exactly as smart as us. Now, there's another principle that states that technology, the ability to store data storage, I believe, doubles in capacity on something like a yearly basis. Now, given that, I am to believe that in the 2040s, we will reach a stage where the capacity of a computer will be analogous to a human brain. So that means the platform that the AI will exist on will exist in 2040. Mark your calendars. Singularity's coming. We're going to throw a party. And we should throw a party. It's not going to be like Skynet. We're not going to go Terminator scary. It doesn't have to be that. As soon as artificial intelligence is just as intelligent as we are, they don't all have to be killing machines. Don't get me wrong, just like people, some of them will be huge jerks. But, I mean, if something becomes just as intelligent and reasonable as we are, a lot of them won't. As a matter of fact, a lot of them will probably play Call of Duty with you of their own volition, likely because they're finding it fun too. Awesome! I am so glad that I'm probably going to be alive in the 2040s. Let's rock. Oh, and thanks for a great class. I felt like I should mention. Bye.